May I request everyone to please take their seat? Good afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome to this momentous occasion as we gather here to celebrate the unveiling of the new identity of Gift Nifty. We would like to begin this ceremony with our national anthem, and may I request everyone to please stand up as a mark of respect.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, everyone. GIFT Nifty stands for the derivative of India's diversified 50 stocks benchmark index that is traded on the NSE International Exchange, NSE IX, in India's first international financial service center, GIFT IFSC. Full-scale operation of NSE IX SGX Connect with the transition of SGX Nifty derivative to the GIFT Nifty derivative will take place from 3rd of July 2023. Following the transaction, all the US dollar denominated Nifty derivative contracts will be exclusively traded on NSE IX platform. To commemorate this event, we have with us today our chief guest, Shri Injiti Srinivasa, Chairman, IFSC Authority, Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO, NSE, Shri V. Balasubramaniam, MD and CEO, NSE IX. I would request Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan to welcome Shri Injiti Srinivasa with a flower bouquet. Please. Now, I would request toward all the distinguished dignitaries to come forward and light the lamp to mark an auspicious beginning to this ceremony.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा.
May I request all the dignitaries to please take their seat. I will now request Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO NSE, to address the gathering. Sir, please. Please put your hands together to welcome sir.
Respected Chairman, IFSC Authority, Shri Injati Srinivas, Shri V. Balasubramanian, MD and CEO, NSE International Exchange, friends from media, my colleagues, and everyone else invited. It's a pleasure and honor to be in front of you today to welcome all of you for a situation which is now evolving. It started around 15 years back when currently Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji went to Singapore and was asking people. He met a lot of Indians there, and he figured that there are lots and lots of Indians not only in Singapore but also in London, in Dubai, in Hong Kong, and also in New York, providing top-class financial services to the population internationally. And he got this idea that how we can make a similar international finance service center which can actually allow Indians to stay in India and of course even attract foreigners to work here and provide international financial services to entire world. And it has taken long time from 2014 when he became Prime Minister, and later on when various exchanges started in this IFSC authority, and that's how slowly things have moved. But July 3 onwards, a new chapter is going to be written. That is the SGX Nifty, which we have all seen for so many years, almost 20 years, which has always taken up our imagination in the morning because that's where no trading happens in India at 6:30 a.m. And that's what decides the direction of Indian markets throughout the day. And there was also a need felt, even otherwise, to bring offshore markets, the markets which have gone abroad. Can they come back? But they could not have come back because of the way our capital controls and other things work. That's why the IFSC, GIFT IFSC had to be set up, which allows trading in US dollars, even for various products. And that's where somewhere on the line, it was decided that NSE and SGX would tie up together so that all the orders which are placed today and matched in SGX will now, through SGX, come into the IFSC, GIFT IFSC, and at NSE International Exchange, which will match, which will of course add local brokers also. We have already got around 60 plus brokers, 40, 50 more are in pipeline. And several clearing members are there, several banks are there. All of them put together will make this a vibrant marketplace for international services. One of them would be the Nifty index, which is traded in SGX Nifty. But from July 3, that all the matching will happen in IFSC, GIFT IFSC at NSE International Exchange, sitting here. And whatever is the open interest on July 3 or on the Friday before that, because July 3 is a Monday, all the open interest will be shifted here. And that's going to be a historic moment where we are bringing offshore market onto a onshore, not exactly domestic market, but under IFSC authority and IFSC authority regulations. The index will of course be matching in GIFT City. That's why it will be called GIFT Nifty. And that's where today we have all gathered to celebrate the unveiling of the logo of GIFT Nifty, but also discuss with the two people sitting here who are very important to this initiative, Shri Injati Srinivas, who is the chairman of IFSC Authority, under whose tutelage these activities are happening and going to happen in future, and Shri V. Balasubramanian, who is the MD of NSE International Exchange and is located here at GIFT City. He is staying here in Gandhinagar. With that, I thank all of you once again. We of course will have the interaction with the media towards the end of this session. So keep your questions ready and hopefully we will be able to answer all of them. And of course, we'll also call you on July 3 again to witness the launch or the, the culmination of what was inaugurated last year in July, that all the trades that would come from that day, Monday onwards, onto the GIFT City IFSC. And so we'll also call you once again, and I hope all of you and many more people from across India will also come on July 3. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your opening remark and a warm welcome. It is now my pleasure to invite our chief guest of today's event, Shri Indrajit Siva, sir, Chairman, IFSC Authority, to address the gathering. Please put your hands together for welcoming, sir.
Shri Ashish Kumar ji, Shri Balasubramaniam, distinguished guests and friends from media. Today is a very important day because today NSE is rebranding the SGX Nifty product as GIFT Nifty product. The reason for this rebranding is that from June 30th, the entire trading of SGX Nifty will cease at SGX, and their entire volume will shift to GIFT IFSC from 3rd of July. As mentioned by Mr. Ashish Kumar, the entire open interest will shift to GIFT IFSC. If we look at the volumes in the SGX Nifty, it has been much more than that we have domestically. In fact, when it peaked, it even crossed 10 billion overnight open interest. So we expect that when this entire open interest shifts, it will be a historic moment for our exchange here, because by virtue of this connect, we will be connecting with global investors. Singapore, as you all know, for the last many decades, has emerged as a global hub, and investors from across the world are engaged in capital market activities in Singapore. By virtue of this connect, we are able to reach out to all those global investors who are not directly engaging with the Indian capital market. At the same time, there are many initiatives which are underway to see that global investors directly also engage with the Indian capital market through the international exchanges in the GIFT IFSC. For example, we are looking at the potential of sponsored and unsponsored depository receipts of Indian stock. Once this is enabled, you will find that it will be very beneficial for the IFSC in terms of volumes and for the country also, because there would be a shift from participatory note route to the UDR and DR route. Today, we know that a lot of foreign investors who are not very keen to enter into the Indian capital market and comply with those requirements are engaging with the capital market indirectly through FPIs, through the participatory note route. But once you have these DRs and unsponsored DRs, our expectation is that this will replace gradually the participatory route, note route, and also add a lot of transparency and visibility to the capital market. When we look at GIFT IFSC, we must note that it is very distinct from the domestic jurisdiction. There are 3 or 4 characteristics which are unique to the GIFT IFSC. It is a jurisdiction within the domestic India. It is a separate financial jurisdiction where you have full capital account convertibility. Second, all the regulations which are in the GIFT IFSC are distinct from the domestic regulations. And the regulations here are aligned with the international practices. So when a foreign investor comes, they're very familiar with these regulations. There's not much change, so they're able to easily adapt or comply with these regulations. Third, when we want foreign investor, global investor to come here or re-domicile here from offshore centers, you need to have a competitive tax regime. You need to have an attractive tax regime. Government, through a series of tax incentives and measures, today has made it possible that the tax regime in the GIFT IFSC is as attractive, if not better, than what prevails outside. And especially so for a foreign investor who is engaging in the India growth story, because there is tax certainty. Also, you are closer to your asset. Also, there is the advantage of lower costs. So even that advantage is there. And last but not least is ease of doing business. We are heavily focused on promoting ease of doing business. We are shortly coming up with a single window clearance system where not only the clearance of IFSCA, but the clearance and approval accorded or no objection certificate given by other regulators, the domestic regulators, and also other agencies will be made available through this single platform. That means a foreign investor or a foreign entity who wants to set up business here has a single interface, only one online platform where they make their application and all approvals are obtained through that single interface. Why we have this international financial jurisdiction? Basically, there are two reasons for us to have this international financial jurisdiction. One is India as a large economy, as the fastest growing economy, is globalizing at a very rapid rate. When you're globalizing at a very rapid rate, you have to integrate with the global financial system. When you want to integrate with the global financial system, you will have to have convertibility. And therefore, through this platform, you are bringing in 100% convertibility. Therefore, you are able to plug into the global financial system through this GIFT IFSC platform. And the idea behind doing this, primary idea is to onshore the international financial services being carried out offshore by Indian entities. Today, even now, a lot of Indian entities are procuring their international financial services from offshore centers. The idea is, why are you going offshore when you have an offshore onshore? That means GIFT IFSC is almost like a country within a country from the FEMA perspective. And therefore, if you can get all those advantages which you are getting offshore, then it makes more sense for you to come onshore. I am happy to say that in more than one area, we have already succeeded. The first area is banking. Today, there is a huge interest among foreign banks to set up shop in GIFT IFSC. There are already more than 10 foreign banks and an equivalent number are at different stages of application. Now, why are they coming here? Because it is much more beneficial for them to do their ECB business, to do their trade financing business out of GIFT IFSC as compared to doing it from offshore jurisdiction because of the withholding tax advantage and other advantages. Because we have a lot of talent here. The cost of conducting business is much lower here. As a result of this, the combined balance sheet has almost trebled in the last 3 years, much more than doubled, and it is now 38 billion. And much of this is new loans which have been granted. And if you look at the total banking transactions, that means especially trade finance, it is 90-day or 180-day, so there will be more than one rotation in a year. It is more than 500 billion of transactions which have taken place here. So one very clear area is that in the area of banks, there is a huge interest, and we are fast emerging as a preferred destination, not only to meet the requirements of India, but also South Asia, and maybe in years to come, beyond South Asia, Southeast Asia, MENA region, etc. The second area, which is again showing a promising prospect, is funds. We have a very, very robust fund regulation regime. We regulate the fund manager as opposed to the fund. And a fund manager who sets up a fund managing entity here can start several schemes. And many non-retail type of schemes are almost approved on a green channel. So these are all as per the international best practices, whether it is leveraging or whether it is concentration of risk, all those related provisions are internationally aligned. But I would like to conclude by saying, ultimately, the heart of a financial center is the capital market. Capital market is the most important component of a financial center. And we have the entire ecosystem here. We have 2 international exchanges. Hopefully, they'll become 1 international exchange very soon by merging. We have a depository. We have clearing corporation. So the entire ecosystem is there. As a result of this, today, of course, the company law permits primary listing of Indian companies, but the rules are yet to come. I am very hopeful that the rules will come sooner than later. That will enable Indian companies, both listed and unlisted, to list here. Certainly, if they want to raise foreign capital, they will be coming here. Foreign companies also can come and list here. There is enough provision. So within South Asia, we can play an important role in bringing regional financial integration within South Asia to start with. Thereafter, we can think beyond South Asia also. So already, if you look at the bonds, it's close to 55 billion or, I don't know, 55, 60 billion, whatever, Bala? 72 billion. So now the count is going up very rapidly. And more than 10 billion is under the sustainable finance category. And private companies, public sector companies, multinational banks, multinational development banks, everybody is coming. IFC has come, Asian Development Bank, NDB, all of them are looking at these possibilities. And public sector has come in a big way. Private sector also has started coming in a big way. So the bonds, already the bonds market is developing. As I mentioned, in this context, in the derivative segment, this is a good piece of demonstration. How 2 countries can create a win-win situation, because competition doesn't mean that at your cost I benefit. Competition also throws up a lot of cooperation opportunities. And I believe this is a classic example of cooperation between 2 jurisdictions, which have very friendly ties, which have strategic ties, which have close interests in both jurisdictions developing. And therefore, today it is a connect on one product. Tomorrow I expect several other products may come on this, by which you are able to reach out to other global investors. At the same time, in your own exchange, you may directly also attract investors. And that's how the capital market on the derivative side, on the bond side, on the primary listing, on the secondary listing and trading, REITs, InvITs, all these things, I am very confident, because you have the wherewithal, you have the ecosystem will develop. You will be happy to know that after continuous efforts, now the IIBX, the International Bullion Exchange, has started taking off, because a lot of now trading has started in the IIBX, and we expect that very soon most of the jewelers would like to import their gold through the bullion exchange. Here also you have the bullion depository receipt, and I think in 30 minutes, they're able to clear the entire transaction, which is some sort of world record. That is, from the moment the foreign exchange comes from the domestic area to converting it into a BDR, to trading, to then extinguishing the BDR, and then crediting it to the buyer and crediting the money to the supplier, and then going to the customs and getting it released. Everything is online. So I just thought I'll paint the larger picture, and these are more akin to structural reforms, deep economic reforms. It will take time. There is no instant coffee or a Maggi noodle type of solution here. It takes time. For it to be durable, it takes time. I'm extremely satisfied with the progress we are making. And we had 2 years of COVID, and now post-COVID, we are seeing a lot of interest is getting generated, and interest which is getting generated is gradually getting translated into business. So with this, I would like to conclude and also take this opportunity to extend my best wishes to NSE and NSE IFSC to really grow from strength to strength. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. It is your support and guidance which is acting as a driving force for all of us in accelerating to achieve the key objective of IFSCA in making IFSC a truly international jurisdiction. Now, it's the time for the moment we have all been gathered. May I request all the dignitaries to come forward and press the launch buzzer to unveil the GIFT Nifty logo. On the count of 10, please join us. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. May I request dignitaries to take their seat, please? The new logo is a significant milestone in the NSE International Exchange journey. The GIFT Nifty logo encapsulates the essence of the future market's dynamic nature, symbolizing growth, agility, and endless possibilities. It represents the spirit of forward-thinking strategies and positions GIFT Nifty as a pioneering force in the Nifty derivative segment. With this modern and impactful design, the logo reinforces NSEI's position as a leading marketplace for Nifty trading while solidifying GIFT Nifty's brand identity as a symbol of trust and growth. To add to the occasion, along with the logo, we also launch our new website, nseix.com. I may request Sri Injiti Nivas sir to launch the website by pressing the button of the remote. Please put your hands together for. Now, I would like to request Shri V. Balasubramaniam, MD and CEO, NSE International Exchange, to present the memento to Shri Injini Nivas sir. Please put your hands together. Now we open the floor for the media interaction. You may raise the hand for asking the question. Please. Yes, sir. Mic, please. Mic.
transaction. So it will also work as a broker of NSE.
Thank you. So the Connect model modality is very simple. SGX has actually set up a subsidiary firm, which is a special purpose vehicle called the SGX ICI. I think there are some representatives here from SGX ICI here. So effectively, they are a trading and clearing member of NSE International Exchange. So what will happen is, so they are the broking firm which is set up in the IFSC. Parallelly, SGX, which has its own system where its clients, its members are trading, they'll be routing the order through the SGX ICI or the SPV,